Hi and welcome back. My name's Deneen. You can call me D. I'm an astrologer and I teach people the psychology behind marketing. And today we're going to be diving into a little bit of something different, you guys. This is actually about the disconnection with nature. And this was something that was brought to me by my grandfathers. One on my dad's side, my grandfather on my dad's side, and my many great times grandfather on my mom's side. There was a symbol that I was shown when I was younger, and my grandfather on my dad's side reminded me of this, and this shocked me because one, I never spoke to him in real life at all, ever. Okay, so when I heard him speak to me, I was like, what the freak is going on right now? And this was back in December, you guys. Okay, so this wasn't anything fairly recent. This was back in December, and I did a lot of research since then. Okay, and you guys, this symbol that was shown to me was something that my dad showed to me actually in a show when I was a kid, and he showed it to me because he was referring to it. At that time I didn't understand, okay, because I was a kid, but he was showing it to me and referring to it as very much his dad and what his dad did. So I did not know or understand what that was, and the only person who would know or have any of that information that he told me would be my mom. So I had to ask her, and she confirmed what I was told, and I was shocked. Okay, so my grandfather, he showed me the symbol. I'm gonna draw it for you guys, and my grandfather on my mother's side also showed me the symbol. All right, so give me 1 second, you guys. Okay, so this symbol, this is not perfect, but all the circles are supposed to be equal. Hopefully you can see. All right, this symbol right here, it had the colors yellow, black, white, and red, and it had directions in them. Okay, now this symbol was something that was on both sides of my family, but they called it two different things. They didn't even call it what I would call it today, which would be the Thema Mundi. They called it something completely different, and they have their own names for them. But this was shown to me when I was channeling, and they actually took me to a place. This was Mapembe, and this was a place where I seen this woman. She's an ancestor of mine. I do not know her name. Saw her and I spoke to her very briefly. She took me to many different places very quickly. Not on this side of the world. Couldn't possibly be. Okay, and she was very tall, one, taller than me, and we were in a place where it was so much forest, and the trees were taller than what I could even imagine. I couldn't see the tops. Okay, and there was things that was on fire. All right, this was very wild, very, very wild. But we were also taken to a place that was on a mountaintop, and this was very significant. It was a deep valley, like a deep valley in between a whole abundant forest. It was crazy, you guys. And they were explaining to me about this symbol and saying that they used this ancient symbol for very, very many years, and that they learned from animals and plants, specifically animals, how it is that they can live and go about life's natural cycles that life has, and how the natural cycles that life has shows us how to add things in, but also how to take things out without creating harm, or without making things harder than necessary or what they need to be, as there is a natural cycle of doing things, like how the sun rises and how the sun sets, and then the moon has to come up and take its place in the sky. Okay, so I was very much intrigued by what it was they were saying, and I was also very much excited about what it is that they were telling me, because my mother, she confirmed a lot of these things that I did not know she freaking knew. That was number one. Okay, but number two, they explained why I didn't know, or why I was not spoken to about this until this point in time. Okay, because I have important decisions and things to make about things that I didn't even understand I had decisions to make about them until just now. Okay, so that was a lot. But also too, they explained to me how it was through these natural rhythms and these natural cycles that things were created and had a harmony to them, because there is life in everything, in the plants, in the rocks, in the trees. There's life in everything, and we are also equal to nature, so we should not be harming nature, as also nature is a reflection of what's going on with us. So we have to make sure that we are making sure we're checking in with ourselves, so that we can be better reflections of what nature naturally has to offer, and what nature can naturally do when we connect more with our rhythms. And our rhythms are natural, and they should be natural, but there are other things that are going on here in today's world and in today's life, and other choices that people have to make in today's world, in today's life. And I do hope that by speaking up about this, it is creating a space, or creating a space in somebody's mind to have a thought of what it is that might not be a natural rhythm, or might not be a natural way of doing something, that they might rethink or might look into in their own lives. And I say this because I didn't know a lot of things about my grandparents. I didn't know a lot. Oh my goodness, I didn't know a lot. And more specifically, I didn't know we lived one certain lifestyle, we lived one certain way, and then all of a sudden we lived in a city, and we didn't live like that before. And my grandfather, he explained many things to me about decisions and stuff on both sides that were made, and how they didn't live like that. It was only until recently we live in a city. And this is my family, I'm saying specific. And he explained to me why in certain books, a book I had explained to you guys I had from my grandmother, it spoke of astrology, and I didn't understand how she would have any information like that back then. And I looked into so much about her, and I found a lot of things, okay? But also too, on my father's side, I found a lot of things. My father's dad, he traveled from when he was younger, and he started traveling when he was really young. And he's the one who told me about Pluto in the 12th house. And he told me, and he reminded me of the symbol that my father showed me when I was younger from the show that he was trying to show me and tell me about him. And I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy. But I was very excited. And you guys, when he told me about Pluto in the 12th house, he also explained to me how he would think about many things, and how he would quiet and purify his mind, and how he took those journeys and those travels, and he really did treasure them, because he got to see nature and many different things that he explained to me out when he traveled. And he also took his son on travels. When he could. But he has a lot of explaining to do about a lot of things, okay? But he's done a great job of explaining a lot of things. I didn't know his name until this year, even though I was contacted by them last year. And I had my name explained. My parents didn't name me, you guys. He named me. No, my mom and him never met. There was a woman who was supposed to be my mom's best friend. She doesn't even remember her name right now. She doesn't even remember her name. Okay? And my grandfather, he explained why. He's like, no. It's like, I named you. He was like, why do you think your middle name is what it is? My middle name is not a regular name. It's a direction. I know. It's very ironic. Right? It's crazy. But, you guys, I do hope that this gets you thinking, and that you guys understand that when it comes to nature, like I said, we are equals to it. We're reflections of it. So what's going on inside of us is going to be showing outside in nature, and how it is that the world is. So we have to check ourselves, but also too, how is it that we're making our choices? Are there artificial things that are occupying your time versus things that are real life that you can be in tune with that should occupy your time. Yeah. I hope this gets you thinking. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me how you guys feel. And I do hope that this gets you out into nature and gets you to want to see different animals, not just on your side of the world, but different animals. I would like to see a kangaroo once. I don't want to fight one. Okay? But I would like to see a kangaroo once, like one time, you know, from a distance, a safe distance, you guys. But I very much do hope this gets you thinking. Okay? I love and appreciate you guys all the time. I'll be bringing you more different videos and more thoughts and things that they're showing me. And I'll be seeing you guys next time. Bye.